You are watching Average Joe Video, and this is part 2 in my Kubota maintenance series. In this video, we are going to show how to replace both fuel filters on the Kubota BX. Now, I want to start by saying, if you talk to a dealership, they will tell you that the fuel filters on these machines are often the culprit for many of the issues that people experience. And that's because people simply do not replace them. And that especially is true for the one that's located on the bottom of the unit, which is the filter that I'm going to replace first. So you'll notice that in the previous video in part 1, I do have the tractor elevated on a set of ramps, actually 2 sets. So I left it on the ramps because that gives me enough room to get underneath the unit. Obviously, you will not be able to do this if you still have the mower deck. You'll need to remove the mid-mount mower before you attempt this step. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Okay, the first step is I'm going to take a pair of side cutters and I'm going to snip the wire tie that is holding the wire loom to the fuel line. And I'm doing this just so I have better access. You can see that the fuel filter is actually what has the 138 on it, representing 138 hours. So I'm just doing this so I can get in there a little bit easier. It's not going to stay out of my way, but it's still going to allow me to get in between that and the fuel line itself to hopefully make this process a little bit easier. Now, I will say that you're going to need fuel pinch pliers or fuel line clamps, and you're going to see me actually try both of those. I found that the fuel pinch pliers actually seem to work the best. If you do not have fuel pinch pliers or fuel line clamps available, a pair of vice grips will work. Just be careful that you don't pinch the line so much that you end up cutting it or deforming it in any way. It's worth noting that this silver piece right here, that is actually the fuel pump. You want to make sure you are not removing that. You're going to need a 10mm socket to loosen the fuel filter clamp. I also want to mention that I'm doing this before I try to pinch the fuel lines because that's going to give me better access to putting the pinch pliers on there. This is a great time, if you haven't already, to consider subscribing to the channel and give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more content just like this. So you can see that I'm removing the clamp entirely from the bracket just to give me a bit more room to put the fuel pinch pliers on the fuel line. Before I can pinch off the fuel line, I am removing the loom that is covering it. I know that that's a bit tough to see here in the video, but you can see it's pulled back a little bit. Okay, I'm going to take a fuel line clamp and place it between the fuel pump and the fuel filter. It's important to note that this is not the tank side, but I'm going to go ahead and do this first. My intention was that the fuel line clamp is a little bit more compact. However, you're going to see here in a moment that I opted to use fuel pinch pliers on the line that is between the tank and the filter. Okay, now I'm going to use a pair of fuel line pinch pliers to pinch the fuel line from the tank to the filter. You want to make sure that this is pinched very well, otherwise you will drain the entire fuel tank. Now I am using a pair of pliers to slide back the fuel line clamp off of the filter portion so that I can remove the fuel filter. I'm going to repeat the same process on the other side. Next, I'm using a pair of fuel line remover pliers to remove the fuel line from the filter itself. I'm going to use a half-size steam pan to catch any residual fuel that may drain out of the filter or out of the fuel line. Remember, there's no way to eliminate all fuel from coming out of this, so you want to make sure you have something handy to catch that residual fuel. Next, I am twisting the fuel filter in an attempt to break it free from the fuel line. Even though I removed the clamp and pulled that aside, the fuel line is very tight on the fuel filter, so I managed to move it to my right. That way I could get a better grip on it and twist it loose. But that fuel line is still very stubborn, so I resorted back to the fuel line removal pliers. And once I used those, you can see that it did the trick. Just make sure once again that you have a catch pan ready because you are going to lose more fuel in this process. And if you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. So at this point, I'm just letting the rest of that drain, and now it is time to install the new filter. Notice that I wrote the hours on the new filter, and I'm also sliding the clamp over the filter just so I don't forget about it. And now I'm going to install the hose on the tank side. So that's what I'm doing at this point. You just want to make sure that it is pushed on firmly, that it is the whole way up to the filter itself. Make sure that it's on the inlet the entire way. Okay, now it is time to install the hose on the other side of the filter. It's always easier to install on the side that is towards you. As you can see, that slides right onto the inlet without any issues. Next, you want to install the fuel line clamps on both sides of the filter. Then you can go ahead and remove the fuel line pinch pliers and/or fuel line clamps, whichever you are using. And because my head was in the way of the camera angle, I do want to mention that you should replace the loom on the fuel line coming off of the tank because we pulled that back initially. And you also want to reinstall the fuel filter clamp using the 10mm socket that we used earlier in the video. And then last, we want to reinstall the wire tie to secure the wire loom to the fuel line the way that it was originally. So here I'm just tying that back up, and then I'm going to trim off the excess. I should also mention that while you are under the machine, this is a great time to inspect the HST fan, which you can see there, the white fan. That is what keeps the transmission cool. If you have any fins missing, you should consider replacing it. It's very, very time intense if you're going to do it with tearing everything apart and you're not going to use some of the hacks that are on YouTube. So that's something that you want to consider. Just realize that the fan part itself is very cheap, but it is a very laborious job to tear everything apart and replace the fan. So keep that in mind. And finally, I want to mention that the owner's manual for the Kubota BX states that you should check the fuel filters every 100 hours and replace them every 400 hours. I try to replace these every season if possible because, as I mentioned earlier in the video, they are often the culprit for many different issues that can arise. Okay, now it's time to change the fuel filter that is at the side of the engine. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to remove the 10mm bolt that is holding the clamp on. Okay, now that the fuel filter clamp has been removed, we're going to go ahead and install the fuel pinch pliers and the fuel line clamp like I did underneath the unit. And keep in mind, you're not just doing this to eliminate excessive fuel running everywhere, you are also doing this to eliminate air in the system. You're never going to fully eliminate it, but you're at least going to minimize the amount of air that's introduced in the fuel lines by preventing that excessive fuel then from draining out of the line. Once you have the fuel line pinched off on both sides, you can go ahead and remove the fuel line clamps from both sides of the filter. Then I'm going to use a flat blade screwdriver to pry the fuel line away from the filter just a little bit so that I can get my removal pliers under there. Just be careful that you don't damage the fuel line whenever you do this. And you may notice that the fuel pinch clamp is actually in a different position. That's because I had a problem with it falling off earlier, so I turned it around and then I tightened it up even further. At this point, I'm just twisting the fuel filter to remove it from the other piece of fuel line. And then the next step is obviously to install the new fuel filter by pushing the fuel line onto both of the barbs that come off of it. And then I'm going to reinstall the fuel line clamps on both sides. After the clamps are installed, I can go ahead and remove the fuel pinch pliers and the fuel line pinch clamp at the top. Then I need to reinstall the fuel filter clamp using the 10mm bolt, and then I will use my socket wrench to tighten that up. Next, I'm going to prime the fuel system by turning the key part way. You're going to hear it clicking. That's the fuel pump running right there. And then we're going to give it a start. And that is how you change both fuel filters on a Kubota BX. Thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to the channel for more content just like this.